2. Communications.
You are giving a talk in front of a group of people. You've assembled all the relevant facts. You've planned it well, and your delivery is strong. But your audience doesn't respond, or, even worse, they are giving you a negative response. What went wrong? Well, it is probably not what you are saying out loud that matters. The problem stems from what your body says, or in other words, your body language. By body language, I mean things as simple as the way you stand, or, say, folding your arms across your chest. Body language includes the gestures and movements people make when they communicate. I can't stress enough how important this is. All too often, people just don't pay attention to their body language. If we go back to our earlier scenario of giving a talk for a moment, you might think you are communicating a clear message when you speak. But if your body is sending a different message, well, then your audience is just not going to react as you had hoped. You think you are a competent speaker, but if they see you slouching, not making eye contact, or pulling your earlobes, the audience will not feel confident that they can trust what you are saying. They may even stop listening. You know, we start to read each other's body language from a very young age. Anytime we speak, the other person is checking our gestures and movements to see if they match what we are saying. You may not be aware of doing this, but we all do it. It comes naturally and is something we learn to do very well over time. If you think about your friends or your coworkers, for example, after a while you get to know their moods just by observing their body language or gestures. You know, your boss has a certain facial expression when he or she is upset, or maybe one of the guys in your office taps his fingers on his desk when he is feeling irritable. An effective communicator will use what he or she sees in other people and take advantage of it. Even more important, however, is knowing and understanding your own body language. If you can exert a certain degree of control over the messages given by your body, you will be able to manipulate the responses of other people. You need to be aware of what your body is saying if you hope to succeed. Let me ask you a question. When we meet people and talk to them, they receive information from us. What percentage of that information comes from what we say? I mean, the words we use when we speak. Any guesses? Yes?
Maybe 75%?
Good guess, but I'm afraid not. Anyone else?
I'd say about 50%.
Wrong again. Would you believe that just 10% of the information is in the words? That means that 90%, the vast majority of that information, is in our gestures, our expressions, our tone of voice, and, well, all of the other stuff. Now, I'd like to give you some examples of body language that you might like to consider in your daily life. We don't have much time, so I'll focus on just a few aspects. Remember, I'm just giving you an introduction here. I'm sure you'll recognize a lot of these as things you often do yourself. Eye contact. How do you feel when you are talking to someone and they make very little or no eye contact? You feel they are disinterested, don't you? Or what if they make too much and they seem to be staring? Either way, you are not going to form a very good impression of that person. Most of us do it all the time, but folding your arms across your body is very negative. It says, "Don't approach me, don't come any closer." That is not something you want to say at a job interview. Hold your body upright, keep it open and relaxed, and align yourself to place your body face to face with the other person. Then they'll think you are honest and truthful. So make a mental note to check your body language to make sure your body is saying the same thing as your mouth. With practice, you can send the desired message every time.
Number 1. What aspect of communication does the professor mainly discuss? Number 2. How does the professor emphasize her point about the importance of posture and gestures? Number 3. According to the professor, How much of the information people receive when we talk to them comes from the words that we say? Number 4. According to the professor, why is it important to know and understand your own body language? Number 5. Why does the professor mention eye contact? Number 6. What does the speaker imply when she says this?
Would you believe that just 10% of the information is in the words?